What's up, friends and fellow collectors? Today in the house, I got Queen Studios Ironman Mark 7 quarter scale statue. In this video, I'm gonna provide you with the information you need to make a buying decision if you're looking to pick this one up. One of these things I wish I knew before I bought it because it really pissed me off. So let's skip the spinning rims and get right to it. Welcome back, my friends, to another statue review. If this is your first time on the channel, here on MCE, Seth and I put out collecting videos every single week. Everything from action figures to statues just like this one next to me. So if you're into collecting like we are, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can keep up with all the great content. All right, so first, this statue normally ran about $700 plus shipping. I think it was like $750, somewhere around there. If you're looking to pick this one up, you're probably gonna have to find it on the second market. Now, the shipping box on this one is pretty normal. It's about 29 inches tall, 21 inches wide, and about 17 inches deep. So it's right about what you would get for like a sideshow size quarter scale box. The packaging on it was done very well. It comes in the foam that you would expect to see from a sideshow box. It's all taped up very nicely, but then it was also strapped like an XM Studios box, so it's very well protected. When I popped it open, the statue pieces were all wrapped in all kinds of different tissue and everything was securely put into place. So everything there, I think, was packed very well, and it should make for a very easy shipping if you're looking to get it from somebody else. Also, they only made 1,690 of these statues. Now, the assembly of this statue was fairly simple. It really wasn't difficult at all. Everything is polystone with some of these accessory parts like the tank buster and then the flaps in the back being either plastic or a lighter material. Everything has magnets that put it into place and keys. He locks into place very easy. I love how the arms had this like felt in each one of the keys to keep the arms secure, which I think is great. The only thing that I could say is the tank buster has a magnet that keeps it in place. On mine, the magnet popped off, so that can happen. I just glued it back on. Everything is fine, so there was no issues there. But some of these other pieces do not have magnets, like these flaps. They just key in, and they're kind of flimsy. So it would have been better, I think, if they had made it kind of die cast or something like that, where there was a magnet to keep it locked into place a little better. I just feel like it's a point where if somebody bumps into it, it could fall off. Or if you're moving it, I highly suggest that you take those pieces off, put it into the place you're going to put it into, and then put those parts back on. All right, and then lastly, the one thing you should really know about the statue, which is the thing that really pissed me off, is that this thing runs on batteries, which I think is stupid. All right, I don't like that they include batteries in statues on anything. I don't like them when they put them in the base and they give us AA batteries, and I really hate it when you put these button cell batteries that are on Hot Toys in a statue. All right. I don't think I've ever seen a Hot Toys figure unboxing and the person at the end said, "Oh, the best thing about me putting this figure together was installing the batteries." Not a single person has said that. And at least Hot Toys includes those batteries in the package. No batteries were included with this statue. The instructions provide two different size batteries, which they work on the chest piece, which takes an LR44, and they work on the hands, which take a CR927. They say the head takes that as well, but it does not. I had to buy two of those batteries, or I did buy two of those batteries thinking they would work because that's what it said in the instructions. It absolutely does not work. I do not even know what size batteries it takes. I watched 4 different other YouTube reviewers to try to figure out if they had installed the batteries, and either they couldn't find the batteries or they just skipped past that. So I couldn't even find anybody that had this thing lit up properly for me to say, okay, this is cool. And in fact, in some cases, like if you're living in Australia, these type of batteries are illegal. So why would you put this kind of battery in there? In my opinion, I feel like statues should have a plug with an outlet. We're in an age where we have, automation. You can put that in with your statues. You tell, Alexa to turn something on and she'll turn it on for you, or you can have it on a switch and it would work out fine. But instead what we got here is I got to take off this tank buster, the little hand plate that goes on it, install batteries or turn these things on, which they're difficult to get out too. Like I tried to get them out with my hand, very hard to get out. So more than likely I'm gonna probably have to pop the arm off, turn it upside down to get these hands out, and things like that. I just feel like it's a point of aggravation. It's a point of we're in an age where we should have something completely different, in my opinion. So that to me is the worst thing about this statue. If you're gonna buy it, just prepare that you're gonna need batteries and you're gonna need backup batteries because this style type of battery doesn't even last that long. Now that I got that off my chest, I feel a lot better. I hope you feel a lot better. I feel great now. There's a lot that I do like about the statue. Even though I hate that part of it, the batteries, I do love the highly dynamic pose that they put on the statue, and it's the thing that drew me to it. I like that he's in the middle of the battle. This is that Mark 7 suit. I'm a big fan of the Mark 7 suit. You know, the first Avengers movie always will stick with me. And I like how he's sliding down this destroyed either parts of building and street that's going on down here. And it looks like he's in the battle with the Chitauri, and it just is going all out. And I like that. So I think they did a great job with the pose on this one. It is a very tall statue, and it does kind of stick back a lot. So it makes it a little difficult to display. The statue is 28 inches tall, it's 13 inches wide, and it's about 16 inches deep. So that makes it kind of difficult when you try to put it in a Besta, because most of those have like a 15-inch shelf space, right? So you're going to try to have to play with it a little bit to get it to fit in the collection. You might have to angle it or something like that to make it work right. But you're definitely going to have to raise the shelf if you try to put this in a Besta. But still, I knew what I was getting into, so that is pretty cool. As far as sculpting goes, I think this is done very, very well. Beyond the composition, you have lots of texture going on here, especially in this base. You got rebar popping through there, you know, rubble, some street, you got rocks, all kinds of stuff going down here. And it's cool, it sets a scene, you know, lets us know that it's in the middle of New York. We're in the middle of the battle with the Avengers and the Chitauri, so you know this is where it's at. I like that it's a kind of a storytelling base in that sense. But it doesn't have so much going on with it that it takes away from the figure. It is a little bit tall, you know, but it doesn't, in my opinion, take away anything from what we're here to see, which is Iron Man, which I think they did a great job there. Iron Man himself is sculpted really, really well, in my opinion. I love how you have all of the mechanisms showing. I like how you have the flaps out. You got missiles at the top. You got tank buster. You got hand blasters. You got all kinds of overflapping armor pieces. Everything that I love about the Iron Man suit is put in here, and I think it came out really, really nicely. So as far as a sculpt goes, it looks great. Helmet looks really cool. Everything about that is great. The paint is where I think this one is lacking. So as far as, I went back to look at the Iron Man suit in Avengers, and it isn't as shiny as some of the other suits, but it isn't as dull as this, and it's more of like a fire red than this is coming off. This comes off kind of like burgundy red almost, you know, kind of in that line. And it's got like a matte with a sheen to it. So it's not highly glossed. Now, when I saw the prototype looked more red and looked very glossy. And that's not what you're getting here at all, which is a bummer, because it makes me want to take and get it repainted, especially after you spend this money with the shipping. That really sucks. So I feel like something happened there, like they didn't really talk, or this should have been a Cotton QC issue where, you know, Queen should have said we need to repaint it and make it look like the prototype, and I think that's a big miss. The other thing too is that we're in the middle of a battle, and the only thing that has any kind of grime on it is the boots. You got a little bit of speckles of grime in there and everything, some dirt, you know, and it just doesn't have that weathered in battle appearance that I've seen from other Iron Man statues. I really wanted this to be my favorite Iron Man statue, but ultimately it falls short from many that I've seen before it and others that are coming out. So I'm kind of bummed. I'm always interested to hear your guys' opinion. Let me know what you guys think about this Iron Man Mark 7. What is your favorite Iron Man statue that's been out or that is coming out? Let me know that in the comments below. Also, here's another video for another Iron Man statue that I did a review on that I feel is way better than this. So check that out. And until next time, keep it marvelous.